Hi, and thank you for choosing our product. In this video, we'll walk you through how to use this template step by step. To make things easier, we've added chapter markers so you can quickly jump to the parts you need. Enjoy the video! Before I show you how to actually use the planner, I just want to mention the first sheet, called Bonus 1. It has something I know you'll find super useful. I'm not showing it on screen right now because I want to keep it as a little surprise. But trust me, it's the first thing you'll want to open. Let's now move on to Bonus 2. This sheet helps you manage your ideas without feeling overwhelmed. It's designed for those moments when you either have too many ideas or none at all. Before I explain how to use it, I strongly recommend that you create a duplicate of this sheet. That way, if something goes wrong, you'll always have the original version to copy from or make new duplicate. To create a duplicate, simply right-click on the sheet and select Duplicate. If you'd like, you can also rename the new sheet, for example, based on the month you'll be using it for. To do that, right-click on the duplicated sheet and select Rename. Then, type the name you want and press Enter, and that's it. Now that everything is set, I'll show you how to use this sheet step by step. In the main table, Content Idea Brain Dump, you'll find a dedicated space where you can record all your initial thoughts without needing to organize them right away. Later, you can review them, prioritize, and turn your ideas into structured content. In these rows, you can write down your content ideas. There's space for up to 50 of them. The next column is for links where you found inspiration. To add a link, simply hover your mouse over the cell, click on Edit Link, then delete the existing link, paste your own, and click Apply. If you accidentally remove a link, you have two options. If you notice it right away, just press Undo. If not, go to another cell that still has a link, right-click to copy, then return to the empty one, right-click, and choose Paste. In the next 4 columns, you'll notice they all work with drop-down menus. We've already filled them with some helpful subcategories to get you started, but the great thing is, you can fully customize them to suit your needs. So let me show you how that works. First, click here to open the drop-down menu. Then, scroll all the way down and click on the Edit button at the bottom. When you do that, a panel will appear on the right-hand side of your screen. This is where you'll see all the subcategories we've added for you. If there's something you don't need, it's easy to remove it. Simply decide which subcategory you'd like to remove, then click the Remove Value button located to the right of it. Want to add something new? Simply click on Add Another Item, and a blank field will appear. Go ahead and type in the new subcategory you'd like to add to the list. And if you'd like to change the order of the subcategories, just click here and drag them into the position that works best for you. Once you're happy with your changes, click Done, and then close the panel using the little X in the top corner. This same process applies to the other 3 drop-down menus too, so feel free to customize all of them to match your needs. These 2 checkboxes can be very helpful when it comes to organizing both the ideas you plan to work on and the ones you've already completed. Once I've filled out the table, I'll show you exactly how they work. So let's say I select a few ideas that I'd like to focus on over the next few days. I simply click on the To Do checkbox. When I do that, those selected ideas will automatically appear on the left-hand side, giving you a cleaner, more focused view. At the same time, the rows you've marked will change colour, which makes it easier to spot them at a glance. Now, when you complete one of the ideas from your to-do list, all you have to do is click on the Used checkbox. That idea will then be crossed out, both in the main table and in the to-do list. It's a simple way to keep track of your progress and stay on top of what's done and what's still in the pipeline. And one more thing. In the last column, you'll find space for notes. You can also use this space to record any additional notes or reminders. This is everything you need to know in order to start using Bonus 2. Let's now move on to the main sheet, the Content Planner. Before you start working with the Content Planner, I strongly recommend duplicating the original sheet. This is something I mentioned earlier in bonus 2, and it's a small step that can save you a lot of time later. Rename the duplicated sheet based on the period you'll be using it for example, June plan. This way, you'll always have the original version saved in case anything goes wrong or you want to start fresh. Now, let's move on to how to use the planner itself. On the left-hand side, you can enter your name to personalize the sheet. The fields labeled Week 1, Week 2, Week 3, and Week 4 can be changed to reflect your preferred content schedule. Let me give you an example of how I use it, and then you can decide what makes the most sense for your workflow. Since I post 2 reels per day, I rename Week 1 to Reel 1 and Week 2 to Reel 2. That way, I can plan 2 reels a day for 1 week. Once I've filled it in, I simply duplicate the sheet and use it again for the next 2 weeks. After setting it up in a way that works best for you, you'll notice that the top section starts with the days of the week, from Monday through Sunday. Right below each day, there's a date field. Simply double-click on it to open the calendar and choose the date you want. Keep in mind that you only need to change the date in the Monday section. The rest of the dates, from Tuesday to Sunday, will update automatically. Next to it is field where you can manually enter the time you plan to publish. In the columns for platform, format, and category, you'll find drop-down menus we've already set up for you. They're here to make things easier, but if you want to change or add anything, no worries, it's super simple. I'll show you how. First, click here to open the drop-down menu. Then, scroll all the way down and click on the Edit button at the bottom. When you do that, a panel will appear on the right-hand side of your screen. This is where you'll see all the subcategories we've added for you. If there's something you don't need, it's easy to remove it. Simply decide which subcategory you'd like to remove, then click the Remove Value button located to the right of it. Want to add something new? Simply click on Add another item and a blank field will appear. Go ahead and type in the new subcategory you'd like to add to the list. And if you'd like to change the order of the subcategories, just click here and drag them into the position that works best for you. Once you're happy with your changes, click Done, and then you'll see a pop-up window asking if you want to apply to all. Make sure to select Apply to All so the changes are reflected across the entire sheet. After that, close the panel using the little X in the top corner. You can repeat this same process for all 3 drop-down categories to make them fully customizable and tailored to your workflow. Once you've set those up, the next step is to add an image that represents the post, either as a visual cue or your actual post cover. To keep your planner clean and visually consistent, we recommend using a size of 1080 by 1350 pixels, which is a 4:5 ratio, ideal for Instagram. Now I'll show you how to add an image. Once you've chosen the image you'd like to use, for example, if you're saving inspiration from somewhere, download it so that it's saved on your device. Then, click on the cell where you want to insert the image. Go to the top menu, click on Insert, then Image, and choose Insert Image in Cell. A window will appear where you can either drag and drop the image directly or click Browse. From there, just find the folder where your image is saved, select the file, and click Open. The image will then appear directly in the cell. If you want to replace it, simply repeat the same process. And if you want to delete it, just click on the cell and press Delete on your keyboard. Right below the image field, there's a space for a link. You can use this field to add a link to the source of your inspiration, something to remind you of the idea when you're ready to work on it. Alternatively, the link can lead to the place where the post was created. For example, a design in Canva. I showed you how to add a link back in Bonus 02, and the process here is exactly the same. Simply hover over the existing link, then click Edit Link. In the window that opens, delete the current link, paste your own, and click Apply. That's it. Your custom link is now saved in the cell. In the next 3 fields, title and hook, caption, and hashtags, filling them in is very simple. Just double-click on the cell, delete the existing text, type in your own, and press Enter. That's it. This field is for your call to action, and it uses a drop-down menu that you can fully customize with the phrases you typically use. If you want to make changes, the process is exactly the same as with the previous 3 drop-down categories: platform, format, and category. You can edit the list, remove items you don't need, or add your own, depending on what works best for your content. This is the progress bar, which you can also customize to match your personal workflow. Depending on how you structure your process, you can reorder or rename the steps to fit the way you work best. To edit any step, simply double-click on the cell, delete the existing text, and type in your own. Then press Enter to save it. Once you've set up your steps the way you like, you don't need to rewrite them manually for every other progress bars. Instead, you can copy the entire set of progress steps and paste them into the others. To do that, click on the first cell of the progress bar, then drag down to select all the steps. Right-click and choose Copy, then go to the next progress bar. Right-click on the first cell there and select Paste. This will save you time and help you keep everything consistent across your planner. Once you start checking the boxes, below your progress will update automatically, so you can easily see how far you've come. This is where you can add important notes, whether it's reminders, specific details for a post, ideas for improvements, or even things you want to revisit later. And that's pretty much everything you need to know in order to work with this template. We've designed it to be as simple, practical, and user-friendly as possible, so that it helps you stay organized and creative without slowing you down. Thanks for watching until the end. If there's still something you're unsure about, feel free to reach out. You'll find links to our website and socials in the description. And if this video was helpful, we'd really appreciate a like or comment. Your feedback helps us keep improving our products and support.